Hi guys, so this is another video in my 7 in 7, that's 7 uploads in 7 days. Today I'm going to talk about um, the pros and cons of starting a gardening business. Now I know a lot of people watch this channel who haven't yet started. I've had some great messages of people who said I've inspired them to set up their own business, gardening business, and it's great when you get comments like that. It's like you feel like you've really helped people, and people are getting some value and worth from these videos, and it's great really. So I just thought I'd do a little video really of the pros and cons. We'll start with the pros. Um, well, one of the main ones really is working for yourself. Now, depending on which way you look at that, that could be a pro or a con. Obviously, it's quite a varied kind of thing really. So I look at it as a positive. You know, I'm in charge, I'm working for myself, you know, I'm not earning money for anyone else. I make my own decisions, it's all down to me, and you get a great sense of pride when it works, and you know, a decision you've made has come off. You know, like I've made the decision over winter to get into like pressure washing, and you know, when I've got my first few pressure washing jobs come in, and you do the job, you're learning on the job, because I'd never done it before. I kind of winged it a little bit. Obviously I'd watched loads of videos on YouTube, there's some great channels like, and some fantastic like cleaners and gardeners who do it. But like when the customer says, oh, that's a great job, you know, you really do get a sense of pride. Especially with gardening, I think in general, the sense of pride you get when you've transformed someone's garden. There's a clear before and after a lot of the time, and you can see like what a difference you've made. So that's, you know, really good. Obviously, like another one is the flexibility it gives you, and obviously if you've got a family and stuff. Now we've just had a little girl a couple of months ago, and you know, when you know, her mum goes back to work, so between us all, you know, we should be set there, so it just gives you a bit more flexibility really. So another pro of starting a garden business is being able to work outside. You either like that or you don't. I love it. In any weather really. I just like being outside in general. Another one linked to that is your fitness. It keeps you active. It you know, keeps your mind active as well. Just yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand, that one, just being outside and keeping fit. So I think another one that I've kind of found as I've grown into the job is a sense of like self-worth. You feel like, you know, well, obviously you've done it all yourself, you've created something from nothing, and then once you get your regular customer base, because when you set it up at the beginning, you're not 100% sure whether it's actually going to work, whether you're going to get any messages or phone calls. So when those first few messages come in, and you know, you're getting the grips, you're going out quoting, you're meeting people, and you just well, I did anyway. I felt like quite proud, and not overly so, don't get us wrong, but it's a nice feeling though. It's just obviously something you've created from scratch, and yeah, it just kind of lifts you a little bit, I think. So yeah, like I would do the same thing again. I've really enjoyed it, really enjoyed kind of setting it up, and yeah, I'd highly recommend it to anyone. Obviously anyone who's watching this, if you need to ask us any questions, just feel free, pop them below. I'm going to talk about the cons in a minute. It's not all good, but I definitely, you know, wouldn't be doing anything else. I think I'll be doing this for a long time. So we're going to talk about the cons. So being self-employed is probably a con in some ways, because you need to generate your own custom, your own income, and especially during the winter months, you know, it can be tough, especially when you first get going. My advice would be to go to kind of do part-time. If you've got an existing job, try to do it on the side as much as you can, and then build a little bit of a client base, so you're not just totally going in at the deep end. I mean, I just did go in at the deep end, to be fair, and it's worked out. I started in April, so I think time of year is key, which I keep banging on about. But obviously if you need to start at any other time, then just go for it, you know. Just put your heart and soul into it, and honestly you'll be fine. But obviously you're responsible, so when those messages and phone calls don't come in, obviously this time of month, time of the year now, we're in November, you know, it's died off a lot. So unless you've got a bit behind you, a bit of savings, or throughout the summer, unless you've put a bit away and you're kind of going week to week, that's not a great place to be in. And I guess you could feel a little bit of pressure there, especially if you've got a family and stuff and lots of bills to pay. Cons, obviously, you're kind of outside in all weathers. As I said now earlier, I enjoy that, but some of the really rainy days and horrible freezing mornings, you know, aren't particularly pleasant. So yeah, I guess if you like gardening, you're probably going to like being outside in all weathers, really. Another con is, and a pro, is coming face to face and dealing with customers. You get your good and your bad. I've done a few videos on here where there's been a couple of nightmares, and I'd say 99% of people have been really nice. I've met some really nice people. When people offer you like a tea and a coffee and they're just really like pleasant, it makes a hell of a difference. But yeah, you do get your miserable ones. I'm sure you guys know. Any stories you've got as well, just put them below. I always love reading through all the stories. Yes, that's a pro and a con, really. A con, sort of a con, but it's kind of par for the course when you work for yourself. You've got to put in the hours, you've got to put in the effort. Generally speaking, you might be working more than someone who's in employment. You're responsible for everything, so when your tools break, well, one, you've got to buy your tools, but when they break, you've got to get them fixed. All the maintenance, all the repairs, you know, you're responsible for everything, so you've got to have good money management, really, I'd say. And you've got to be quite efficient. And yeah, so that brings its own kind of pressures, I guess, a little bit. But say I enjoy that though, like that's the kind of thing I enjoy, because you're in charge of it, and you're making all the decisions, as I've said, and I personally enjoy that. Another con, I'd say, probably is doing work for friends and family. Now, some people just say, no, I definitely don't work for friends and family. I don't really like turning people down like that, so I've done a couple of jobs for friends, and I've given them a little bit of a discount, nothing huge. The price has been agreed up front beforehand. I've had no problems. The paid us, done a good job, they were happy. But some people just really don't do work for them. So I think the con there is you feel like you're obliged to offer discount and do the job, because you don't want to come across as like I was going to swear there, but I think YouTube mark your channel down or something. So I'll not swear, but although having said that, my auntie and my nana watch these videos, so they may well be watching, and they pay us properly. If you're watching, I've got no problems there. I feel like I'm taking too much off you, so I don't mind that. It's more, you do stuff for your family, you help your family. I mean, I cut my mum's grass and all that, but it's more your friends. You just feel like you have to offer them a discount, but you probably don't really want to. But anyway, there we are. Yeah, so I think I'll leave it there. Is there anything else I've missed out? I'm sure you guys will tell us in the comments. So thanks for watching as ever, and I'll see you in the next one.